Desperados' rangy cornerback, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Desperados and the Giants, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Giants and our home team. Brandon Gaunt alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Giants in our ball game here. We know how good they are throwing the football, #1 in the league. But they're in for a stern test here.
Without question, because they're facing the best defensive unit in the NFL. They've got speed at every level on that side of the ball. Everyone can run, and that leads to a situation where something's got to give.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Running right through it. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick here is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And down inside the 10, they finally stop him. But what a return. It'll be 1st and goal.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens. But you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. The big kick return nearly resulted in 6. Now they'll try to finish the job here. 1st and goal. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out. Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Plays under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. On second down, Addison, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. With his 10th rushing touchdown on the year, his 14th overall. And the Desperados have regained the lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw. The throw for Tony is intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Houston set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Addison. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. Looking to throw. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now. Addison, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
But he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
A try here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. After one, 17-7 is our score. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Back to throw again. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. A solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Addison, and down inside the 15 he goes. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 7-yard touchdown Brown. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. He'll look to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. first down. He'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Hoover. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one is incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side is Tony. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 6. He finds his man, complete. It's Hoover. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. slings one that's incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Texans who have the lead at halftime. The Texans looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. The Titans locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, on the other side, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Barkley inside handoff. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack for a loss of 5.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Addison able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
They'll run on 1st down. Addison. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal. Now back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it hasn't been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Here's a 2nd and 7, and this is incomplete. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Bring it on, boys. Bring it on. We got this.
Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Addison.
84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
On 3rd down, Addison. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Yeah, and this was just really well done on 3rd down because he doesn't have a lot of time to analyze things. He's got to make a snap decision and go. And his decision there, right on. He rocketed in and made the play.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Over when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. On 2nd down now, Addison. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Desperados add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, it's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Pressure comes and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the Giants send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is taken at the 23. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
Houston set to take over. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Addison. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for Houston. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And New York set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that's incomplete.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th down, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 2nd and 3. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense can very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
On 2nd down, Addison. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On first down, Addison, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Addison, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run on first down. Addison, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, Addison. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the home team here,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.